Yeah, come on! Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on, man. Good morning, and good morning to you. And I will not talk about it, Jeff. I will not go there, but I will tell you that I'm putting these on cars now.
You're giving away cash now?
I'm giving away cash.
You
Look
don't
at
put
that.
it on my car or Mike's car. Mike, did you get one of these?
No. Mike, you might. You might. Is the door good?
No, Mike needs to close it.
Hell,
Wait, he can't.
I'll
He's
get
switching
it.
He's switching the buttons. So
That's all right.
yeah,
Whatever,
just we don't like to have. Mike likes to have a clean shot.
I know.
And sometimes
He's
the door gets in
looking
the
right
way.
across at us.
Technically, that's your job, Mike. I don't know why you think the talent should be doing that kind of stuff.
It's kind of cool. I don't know if this place was an old dentist office or what, but the glass, it's kind of reminds me of 96 Rock, because when I produced Christopher Rude and the Wake Up Crew, there in the studio, there was a glass, then another glass with a small space in between, which was kind of like our green room, and that's where every artist that had ever come in there with a Sharpie had signed their name.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking, you got Kiss, you got Eric Clapton, you got this, you got that. And
that was the Century City, right? The
Century Center?
Century Center place, which was there a long time until 2001.
Yeah, that's when we moved to Buckhead. And when we moved to Buckhead, we were in the building of, was that the Building of Death?
Yeah, that's what it's nicknamed, the Building of Death. 1819 Peachtree. I walk by it every weekend now.
Yep, 1819 Peachtree. A lot of people fired there, including me. I'll never forget, January 3rd, 2006. Yeah, we're getting you out of the way because before the year's over, we're going to switch to Project Nick 961, and we're not going to sign a 3-year deal with you. Like, what? I could do it. You want me to be it? No, I don't want to be alternative. I hate it. It is the Yeah Come On Show. Sometimes we got we've had more conversation off air today than we've had on. Lots of fun things going on in our lives. But we're live here from the Exit Wealth Studios. Thanks to Ted Jenkin. We have this. We have a door where Mike can sit in another room with his little headset and I can hear him. You cannot. And then, of course, we're also brought to you by Exit Stage Left Advisors. If you're looking to sell a business, let us know. For everybody that is looking to get life started, some people are looking to cash out. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, today's just been a crazy day.
Well, first day of school, right? You had to deal with the first day of school. And now
new everything. Water bottles, backpacks, tennis shoes.
Water bottles. Okay. Come on. Is this thing now? You got to prepare a water bottle every day?
Yeah, I don't think there shouldn't even be a water fountain in a school. Nobody's using them. So here's the deal.
Well, it's because the kids are spoiled now.
Oh, I know.
We grew up with the water fountains.
And garden hoses.
And garden hoses and water fountains. But not only that, the water fountains in my schools always had low pressure. So you had to almost suck on it.
Yeah. I think anybody that has a cold sore now probably got it off a water fountain because you had to lip it.
Yeah,
I'm with you. There was the small one and the tall one. I remember the tall one shot high, but when I started school, I just couldn't get up there. So I'm on that low one going, a trickle's coming out.
Yeah. But now you got to prepare water bottles? Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah. And it's funny because I forgot. Parker started kindergarten today, my youngest. He's 6. Never ridden a school bus in his life. He's been on them because, a lot of times when you go to those meet the truck, I don't know if you know what that is. That's something they do with kids now. Meet the truck is where you go out. The police are parked there. So there's a police car you can get in. There's a construction company sponsoring, and they've got the big old, construction vehicles that you can sit in and get in. And there's always somebody there. He may or may not start it or let you operate something. And then there's the school bus. The only time he got on the school bus was just one part. It was Fulton County Schools. It was over in Johns Creek. And he got on it, and then they talked about, now here's what you do if you have to evacuate. So they shot like this little fog machine. Okay, there's fire up front, and you're sitting with your friends, and parents aren't allowed on. You're supposed to kind of watch, and the kids come to the back, and whoever's in the back has that responsibility of opening up the rear door, kind of like they ask you on an airplane, like it's gonna matter. It matters sometimes, I guess. And then the kids all get out, and Parker was like, "Daddy, that was fun. Can we drive in it?" I said, "No."
And he's seen his older brother Brooks get on the bus.
3 years.
Wait, now are they riding the same bus? They're going to the same school now. Okay,
Same bus,
that's
same
convenient
school.
for you.
Yeah, and what we did this morning is we got on, we filmed it. I'll put it up on my socials. So Parker gets on the bus for the first time. He comes right up, gets in the first seat, right up there with the driver, and he's looking at me out the window. You can just see he's excited. He could give a damn about school. He wants to ride the bus. Then my older son, who's starting third grade, he's 9, he gets on. And then what the fun thing to do on the first time on the bus, the second the bus left, Amanda and I jumped in my truck. We drive to the school, and then we get out of our truck, and then we go up and we wait. So when the bus pulls up.
Oh, you can be there when they get off.
And you film them again, and then you grab them by your hand, and you get to walk them to class. But now Brooks is going to walk him to class. So when you go down the hall, you got to turn one way or the other. So Brooks has to go out of his way to walk down to get Parker to his class. But he goes, "Daddy, I'll walk him to class the first week until he's got it." And you're just like, "That's my older son."
See, this is going to make your life easier now that they're both getting into full-time elementary school.
Well,
they can kind of start taking care of each other.
Yeah, the break will be 7:05 to 2:30. It's a pretty good break.
And then they're on the same holiday schedule too.
Everything's the same because one boy had been at a private school. Brooks he did 4 years at Alpharetta Christian, an incredible school right there on the Alpharetta Square. The teachers were unbelievable. Almost to the point I'm like, well, damn, maybe I shouldn't be Catholic. Maybe I should be Baptist. They're that kind, but it's just it's hard. I went to church this weekend by myself because the family was in the Highlands of North Carolina with one of Amanda's girlfriends, and it was like the 3 girls that all started third grade together. Mallory, Lauren, Amanda, they all went. And it's Mallory's families, the family she married into. And the mother-in-law and the father-in-law have a great place. It's on the golf course in that country club right there at the Highlands Country Club. You're like, wow, that's nice. So my kids got spoiled again, which is fine. I was an above-ground pool guy. These kids,
yeah.
Dad, the pool's not heated. I'm like, get your ass in there. Yeah, so it's started. School started. Traffic started. It's all started, and we're going to bring it to you blow by blow. That's local, but there is national news to talk about, and we'll get into it next with Steve MZ.
Hey, it's Southside Steve for the Yeah Come On show, and I just want to brag about Small Sliders right here in Marietta off Windy Hill just before Cobb Parkway. Let me tell you, you haven't lived, you dip a small slider into queso, or maybe you get it with barbecue or jalapenos, or you get it plain with cheese. The thing is, you need to get it. Drive through Small Sliders, or should I say, slide on through. Yeah, come on.
Steve MZ sees more and more that the world is on fire. For me, it's like you've got the WNBA, which is nuts. You got owners yelling at people. You have an owner of a team wearing trans children matter, or trans children, whatever it was.
Making a statement about that. Yeah.
And
Are people, real quick, are people still throwing dildos on the basketball court of the WNBA games?
They stopped that.
They stopped doing that.
They stopped that.
I kind of like that. Trend.
Yeah, I don't know. Now what they do is need to throw mangled ones on there because people are having so many sex changes. I don't know, and it's just like, good God. This just didn't exist in our day, and it's just bizarro world that everybody is being coaxed into it. And you look at the parents, I'm like, what parent talks to their kid about a sex change at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and what doctor performs? I mean, is that not just common sense? We agree sex changes, man. I wouldn't even think you'd be allowed to do it in your 20s.
I think you got to be at least 25 because that's when your brain is completely formed in men and women. 25 is the age.
Well, that's it. We got to wait till your brain's formed because there could be a part of your brain that just hasn't formed that says, "Are you crazy?" I mean, it is mental. I'm not trying to be mean, but it is mental.
Yeah.
You're just looking at yourself and you see something or you think something and it's not you, so you want to do something about it. But that to me without getting into it in sports, because I know we're going to have Jack Sugar on today for Yeah, Come On Sports. I don't think he's going to go there, but the WNBA is just blowing my damn mind. I mean, I think they're trying to kill themselves and kill the league. It just makes no sense that this is happening, and people screaming at people. Now you have people showing up, and you have those that say men shouldn't play female sports, and then you got those that say they should. So they're starting to rumble outside the stadium, and for me, that's just going to step
And are
too
you
far.
sure it's not men fighting over Sophia Cunningham? Is that maybe that's going on outside her games?
What do you think of her? Let's just look. She, the blonde hair is just a little too long. She's a big girl. She's got really big feet. I
I
can't.
think she's hot.
But you think she's hot? Would
Yeah.
you date her?
Yeah,
You would.
yeah.
She's too tall for me.
So, but that's why we would be good mates for her, because since she's so tall, she needs a tall man. You're what, 6'3"?
6'4".
6'4". I'm 6'2", so we have a chance. Just saying.
How tall is she? 6 foot or 5'11"?
I don't know, but she needs a tall man, and tall men are in demand in the dating world. Not more so than when I was in the single world.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that. We can look at that. All right, so tall men, we're available. But, yeah, she's down with Brown, too. She dates a black guy. So she may not like white guys.
Okay.
You may not be her
I got to
type.
work on my tan then.
You got to work. If you get a dark tan, then maybe. There are people just like that dark skin, man. There are also people out there doing bad things. The shootings.
Mm-hmm. Another one over the weekend?
Yes, over the weekend. And I'm just going to get into it a little bit because I just want to praise the guy. We've had a couple of hero moments. We saw a 16-year-old save a 10-year-old at the ocean, go into the waves. Now we've got an armed bystander that distracted the gunman in a fatal In-N-Out burger. You know, the In-N-Out burger place or wherever you go?
Yeah.
You got somebody going there with a gun. And I remember in 1984, summer of 84, I was in Arkansas. We went out and we were hiking, and my girlfriend at the time was in California, and she's sending me letters and stuff. And when I got out of the woods, I didn't have a phone. There was no way to reach me. But the second we hit the news in the newspapers, that's when that horrific McDonald's shooting went down in California.
I know. I think it was San Diego.
San
I watched
Diego.
it. I was 9 years old when that happened. And I remember that story vividly because I was scared to go to a McDonald's in fear of somebody coming in with a machine gun.
Yeah.
And that was like a one-off. Now this is kind of there's shootings all the time now.
We don't want to get used to it. We do not. There's a guy, Lane Cohen, I guess, 34 years old, was at a stoplight just outside of the fast food restaurant when he saw a person with an AR-style rifle emerge from the drive-thru.
Is Cohen the hero?
He's the hero. And then he hears the bullets. And then 2 or 3 bullets struck his vehicle. So he was shooting he's shooting all over.
Mm-hmm.
So once his car was shot right in front of him and he sees the shooter, he decides to duck in, and this guy's standing at the drive-thru. So he actually drove his car over there, got out, and literally had a weapon in the car and gets alongside the building and distracts the shooter. And he exchanged fire until finally.
Here he is.
There he is. That's
so,
him
but
shooting.
he didn't shoot the shooter. He just
No.
gave him a run for his money, I guess.
He pretty much. He said, I could tell you he was trying to figure out where to go and didn't know what to do, and he couldn't go my way.
He wasn't expecting that.
No, he couldn't go his way, which would have been going around where there were more victims. So there's no doubt this guy saved lives.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
doubt. But yeah, you see that shooter. Look at that
Cohen?
gun. Cohen. I'm trying to get his name spelled right. You help me with pronunciation. It almost looks like I knew somebody named Kewen, and it's spelled the same way, but with an O. So it's Koehn. To me, that's
I'm just wondering,
Cohen.
is he Jewish?
Doesn't look at him.
I mean, you can't really tell from that, but
Well, here's his outfit. Look at
It's
the
just
outfit. It's a great outfit. He's like, damn it, I was not planning on being involved in gunfire. He's wearing shorts He's got some kind of boots on, a T-shirt that may say the Outlaws on the back, like the rock band, and he's got one of those leather-like cowboy hats and a James Bond gun.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite an outfit. This guy's a hero. Okay.
He is, and they say the shooter was totally focused on him, and then that allowed officers and people to get to the scene, and witnesses say everything lasted about 10 to 15 minutes, a little longer than you want it to go. 3 people were killed, though.
I think one was an In-N-Out employee.
Yeah, and 7 others were injured, 2 of whom are still in critical condition. Twins Falls police, handling it, and this all happened Saturday. And the shooter, whatever, I don't care whether I say his name. His name's Chad Williams. He's 24 years old, fatally shot himself. So he had nowhere to go. He's got him pinned down. Officers are coming in. He can't go that way. And a lot of people think that maybe his vehicle, that he wanted to do it and try to get away, but that's where the bystander was. And he was literally, you see him ducking down. He's at the corner of the building. That guy, he just couldn't go that way. The dude's exchanging fire with him. So there you go. My hearts go out to anybody that lost their life. It's just such a shame. And that's the thing. When you hear a gun, if you've ever heard one, it's like firecrackers. It's just not.
It doesn't sound like in the movies.
No, not at all. It's not like the movies at all, which is what we're used to. Damn it, movies, we got to be a little more realistic here. Not that I want that, but just thought we'd cover another hero, And that one, I didn't want to go too deep in it, but when I looked at the guy, I said, this is just a good old boy riding along, sees the shooter, his vehicle's hit, and instead of hitting the gas and getting away, he
engages.
He ran to danger. And that's what we saw a kid do. He ran out in the ocean. And that's what the world needs. To me, that's just John Wayne mentality, and that's America, and I love it. Right now, it's time for a little politicktainment. And boy, have we got a show for you coming up this Thursday at Rockin' Taco. It's the Schooner Band, Yacht Rock Schooner. The second you say Yacht Rock, everybody's like, Yacht Rock? And you're like, it's the Schooner Band.
I mean, but there really isn't that much of a difference. Like, they play the same songs perfectly. It's just they don't have the full horn section or the full backup singers, but it's sometimes I've seen the Schooner and I'm like, oh, it's Yacht Rock. It's the same thing. So it's basically the same thing.
It is
just
the
not
same.
quite. They don't have the big Ameris Bank setup or Chastain Park setup.
No, but sometimes you don't need 12 people on stage, and they're going to have probably still 5 or 6. I've seen them perform several times, and the last time was in Roswell, right behind Rockin' Taco off Canton Road at the Roswell Music Festival. So come see Jeff and I. We'll do the show live. We like to get there around 7, do the show, and then 8 o'clock introduce the band, and we hang out. We go on stage if the band takes a break and toss out some stuff, or we toss it out before, and we're there when it's all over to say thank you for coming. So call your friends. TheRockinTaco.com is where you get your tickets.
Polydictainment.
Now, I could talk about the deal. Suppose we have another deal with Iran. Trump called off a big strike we were going to do over the weekend because they're being negotiating today.
Well, I
feel like we've heard this a lot. This is
it's crazy.
He said that they don't today. If they don't do this quickly, they're going to get the big wrath of our military.
100%. And they said that Trump, the only reason he backed off is he said what we were about to hit them with would have been like Nagasaki level. Like, we're gonna we're not dropping a nuclear weapon, but they were gonna go in and just obliterate. Like it is what he's joked about, Stone Age.
Yeah, that's supposedly, but we've heard this before. Iran says they're not really ready, or they don't want to. Of course, it's just about them ending their nuclear program and opening the strait. So we'll see what happens. So that's just the quick Iran. But I wanted to get to a juicy clip. I mean, a really satisfying clip for me that I saw on CNN yesterday.
Is this going to be sexual?
No. No.
You said, a juicy clip means your mouth's watering over.
Yeah. And I just stumbled on it yesterday morning.
So this is your political,
Yeah. Well, just like we had last week with Fauci getting grilled, even though we didn't get anything, it was nice to see him be embarrassed and have these questions thrown at him and these senators yelling at him. That was very satiating. This was too. And it ties into Fauci, of course. I happened to see RFK Jr. on CNN yesterday morning. I saw this live, so I don't know. And then I saw clips going around on the internet. So I don't know if it's because my algorithm knows that I watched it, but I kind of stumbled on it. And he was on State of the Union with Dana Bash.
Okay.
And he tore into her.
Really?
Yeah. Like, hey, guess you're listening to, because they're talking about autism, vaccines potentially causing autism.
Sure.
And she's like, well, the experts say, well, your expert 5 years ago was Dr. Fauci. Who was your expert? You're going to still listen to him? Anyway, I'll play the whole clip. And I saved it, and it's one of my favorites. I watched the whole thing, but yeah, this is good. You can see him. He's not backing down.
You are the HHS secretary, and you are talking about things that lead to vaccine hesitancy in this country, and it is something that causes problems for people when there is not anything.
Let me ask you something. Do you see your job as ending vaccine hesitancy, or do you see your job as telling the truth to the American people?
I see my job as telling the truth, and the truth is that there is study after study after study. It's one of the most studied things out there in science.
You're repeating
and
it like a parrot. You're repeating
So are
it
you.
like a
Get
parrot.
her, Bobby.
So
I've actually read the science. You
don't wanna-
come
you don't
back
wanna-
here and debate the
So
science.
I'm not debating this with you.
Of course you won't.
No, because I'm not
all you
debating
know how to
false-
do is repeat things that people told you and say, trust the experts. That's what you did during COVID. Now we know that Anthony Fauci, who was the expert, was lying about everything, about masks, about social distancing, about natural immunity, about the transmission from the vaccine, about the source of COVID. He was lying, and you were punishing people for not trusting the experts. And now you're rolling out the experts again to talk about something that you have no personal knowledge of.
Okay, well, guess what? That is my job, to talk to people.
Your job is to
Am I
tell the
allowed to
truth
talk?
to the American
Yes,
public.
yes. And my job
And
is
to
to
be-
get as
and
much
to-
information as I
And
can.
to maintain
what we were doing,
a posture
what we were
of
doing,
fierce skepticism
what we
toward
were
government
doing
authority.
in COVID,
Get her, Bobby.
and still.
Yeah, come on.
Anyway, so that clip's going around. So
That's
you
a
may
good
see
clip.
it, but that was I just stumbled on it live when it was on.
I
And
wish
then-
oh God, and I know you get used to it, but I wish he had like his voice.
I know, but I'm used to it. But yeah, if he could really debate more. But no, that's he gets discredited across the board, and that's part of the reason. That's one of the things people make fun of.
I know.
Which is,
it's like, dude, he can't help it, man. You just got to let him talk. But he's exactly right. All she's doing is spewing crap.
Yeah, he's like, you're just a parrot. All you know how to do is
parrot.
And so he's kind of digging into CNN too. So that was
She looks like a parrot too. I mean, if she, kinda. All right, it's now time for Yeah, Come On Sports with Jack Sugar. We're going to go to him, see if we get him. If not, I will do it. We've got people that have got meetings. Our sports guys can't be in studio because they do other jobs, and I'm not paying them. They do this for the love and the knowledge, baby. See if we get him. What do you think, 50-50?
50-50.
All right.
Could be he could have a noon meeting coming up.
I think we got him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack,
Hey.
we got him. Look at that. Oh, yeah, come on. And yeah, come on sports with Jack Sugar. I did watch the golf, so I can help you a little bit with that. I did see a guy that won his first ever championship, and he literally played a no bogey golf. That's pretty awesome. I mean,
Yeah, Michael. Good old Michael Thorbjornsen. I've been waiting for him to win for probably all year, honestly. He's too good of a golfer not to have won a tournament yet. So happy to see him win. He's one of the unique guys that he's got a 10-finger grip, so he doesn't do the old pinky index finger overlap.
Oh, God.
Which is just kind of amazing to see a golfer at that level, with that different of an approach. That's become the standard. So yeah,
That's the way kids do it. Kids just grip whole hand, and nobody else does that. I don't think I noticed that in the commentators, at least when I tuned in. He was on hole like 13, 14, and I watched it till the end. They didn't talk about it. That's funny. I didn't even recognize that.
That's
Yeah,
the
I read
first. That's
that
the
after the
first thing I
fact.
learned. It's the first thing I
How
learned.
to
My dad
lock.
taught me golf. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was a kid.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So there's the golf right off the bat.
Boom. But yeah, we got golf out of the way, but that dude had a good little price tag. I don't know how old he is. Does he have a wife? I don't know. I wasn't watching at the very end. Did somebody come out and kiss him like, we made some money?
I didn't. I don't know actually. I was also in the thick of child rearing at that moment, but I did see that he won.
Yeah.
He's young, so I would be surprised if he's married.
Yeah.
I
He
know. I
talked
know the
about his
counseling you'd give
parents.
him.
I know his dad was his swing coach up until last month, and then they replaced him with a different swing coach. And he said that really put him over the hump. Like, hey, Dad, you took me as far as you could. Whoever he's using now, like, had him win this tournament.
Yeah, there you go. It's always interesting to see how a change in your coach or approach can kind of do that. It's a sidetrack, but I just watched the Rafa Nadal documentary on Netflix, which if you haven't watched, even if you don't like tennis, to see what that guy went through is unbelievable. And his uncle, Tony Nadal, was his coach for a very long time. And eventually there came a point in his career where Tony's approach was a bit too harsh for his body as he was aging. So they brought in Carlos Moya, and Carlos kind of changed his headspace, and he had a late career resurgence largely thanks to a new coach. So it's always interesting, the psychology of sports.
I love those documentaries they're putting out, and it is all psychology. I mean, for me, soccer, the only sport that I excelled in because it's the one I stayed with. But being an athlete, you learn. God, there were times, especially in my 20s, I'm like, man, I can do more with my feet than I even can my hands, because you're constantly playing with the ball and your practices, and you got coaches pushing you. And then I played amateur. But for me, it was so fluid that if I made a mistake or the ball, somebody got it, I could run them down, slide tackle, get it back. It's fluid. But I look at these sports, mine waiting, imagine waiting on somebody to serve you a ball that can hit God knows how hard, and then, or somebody at the plate or waiting in the outfield for a ball. It's the waiting sports that I think get mental as hell, and nothing is worse than golf to me there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think
No.
about it. Football and soccer, hockey, I think it's so fluid, you're okay. You can make up for it. But man, I'm always amazed at the mental capacity of people.
It's golf and bowling.
You,
I mean, bowling, but
That's
yes,
what they say.
it is bowling. I mean, it's the
Okay.
same kind of thing. It's a mental thing, and you got that time.
all right, I got to fact check that. Is that true, Jack? The bowling thing, or was Jeff trying to be funny?
No, you're saying where you have to have
all
that.
I have is Pete Weber.
You have that empty time.
Pete Weber. That's great. Who's that? I don't even know.
Where you have that time to think. Where you're
Oh.
sitting there about to, that's what I'm talking about. It's not fluid like all your other sports.
Do
like
you feel
golf.
that pressure in your beer league, Jeff?
Yeah.
Standing, ready to throw the ball?
Yeah.
All right.
You tighten up a little bit. I can see it. I can see it.
Jack's played sports, but I thought that was good. Thank you, Jeff, for that. That was a really good giggle. And you could even be right for all the hell I know. What else is going on in sports? Jeff even brought it up because you said it on Friday. He goes, didn't Jack say we had a deadline coming up for the Braves? I'm
Yep.
like, yes, we do.
This today. There's still a few trades to be fleshed out today. So the Braves did get some pitchers. Tyler Mahle, he's kind of been a journeyman, but he'll eat some innings. And Bailey Falter, who's he's not quite as good as Mahle, I would say. So yeah, hopefully we got a little bit of help there, but we didn't make the splashy move. The Dodgers got Tariq Skubal. He's the kind of the big name trade deadline acquisition that people were throwing out there. So of course the richest payroll in baseball and in baseball history adds to their lineup. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's like the Monstars against the Looney Tunes out there, and the Dodgers are the Monstars. So it's kind of, is it good for baseball? Is it bad for baseball? That's the question out there right now, because I mean, it's the one sport where money is really just an insane discrepancy out there. But at the end of the day, they don't win every year, so it's kind of fun to have that team that everybody hates because their payroll is so big. So we'll see. I mean, they won it last year. they won it the year before. I think they've gone back to back. They beat the Yankees and they beat the Blue Jays. So
No.
if they win 3 in a row, 3 World Series in a row, I mean, I think baseball might have a problem. That'll be the question if they win it all. So yeah, they went out and got last year's Cy Young winner, and the Phillies got a good contact hitter, Luis Arraez from San Diego. So we're 8 games up on the Phillies. The Phillies made a decent move, got a bat, and the deadline's not over, so we may still be able to grab somebody. But yeah, still, we'll see. I don't really know how either one of those guys are going to pan out, but Anthopoulos has done it before, and I hope he can do it again.
Yeah, dude, for me, it's like when I see those big payrolls. So forever it was always the Yankees with the payroll, but now it's the Dodgers, I guess. So
It is. Yeah.
God, man,
So,
Braves don't do that. We don't go all crazy with our payroll. I don't even know where we are on the payroll. You know, are we like 5th, 8th, 10th? I don't know, but we seem to have good players. Yeah. We have loyalty.
You got to think we're top 10. You got to think. And now with the battery, that's all part of the Braves corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's contributing a lot of revenue. And we should be one of the bigger spenders, but we just don't do it. We don't do it for these like high priced rentals in moments of need where they kind of go for the long approach. And we've always had a great farm team and we can develop our own talent. The organization's been successful in the way that they've done it. So you'd like to see them spend, but also at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice, kind of the up and comers. So I think we're still obviously a contender. We just really need to firm up our starting pitching rotation as we get near the playoffs. So
I
8
think
games
so.
up, had a good swept the Nationals over the weekend. So that was great. And yeah, but MLB All-Star break's over, trade deadline is passed, and now it's time for everybody to start getting into the final stretch here of the regular season.
I'll be ready. I know you'll be ready. I hate it. I'm way ready for the Falcons. On the quick, any news on the quarterback scene?
Yeah, I just saw hot off the press that Tua practiced today.
Okay.
So he's back. So we got Tua out there. Penix is still not cleared to play. Cooper Rush is still also out there. So yeah, I mean, listen, banking on Tua to stay healthy for an entire season is a really bold strategy. Don't know how that's going to pay off for us, but here we are.
Here we are. God, dang it, Falcons, you just hurt me so bad. Jack, thank you so much. And yeah, man, this was brought to you by North Atlanta Golf Carts. Jack Sugar is Come On Sports every Monday and Friday, my man.
Yeah, come on. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great week.
Take care, Jack.
See ya.
Yeah, come on.
Attention golfers, or should I say attention people that live in a subdivision that allows golf carts. Or maybe you just want one to ride around your house because you got land. This is a used golf cart. This is a club car. It has a sound system in here you can't see. It's been completely refurbished, new lithium battery. The seats are incredible. And this thing is $5,000 off a new one, and it was only used for a year or so. And if you mention the Come On deal, it's $500 off that. This could be yours at North Atlanta Golf Cart right now in Dawsonville, Southside Steve. Come on.
All right, Smalls, we've got some new commercials. Jeff and I went over there Friday and filmed, and we have some new characters because small sliders are for everyone, and we're going to prove it.
I can't wait.
We're going to prove it.
Yep.
Somebody might have gotten nasty, and it wasn't me. Jeff even said, I've got to be pushed so hard to get angry. It's just not my thing. But boy, you had no problem.
I played a jerk.
You played a jerk.
Yeah. Well, I'm a director as well as an actor.
Yeah. It was no problem for you. I played a pervert, which I play one in real life, so it worked.
I could do a pervert too, maybe. Maybe I'll slide into a pervy character.
There you go. And I did Coach Steve, the baseball coach.
So we'll hopefully I think we'll be able to show that tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have Yacht Rock this Thursday, or Yacht Rock Schooner this Thursday at the Rockin' Taco, therockintaco.com. get your tickets because it will sell out.
Yeah,
and we'll
this
be
is gonna
there.
be great. I love the music. It is the cool songs of the 70s.
Yeah, so 70s and early 80s. So
Early
we're gonna,
80s,
We're
yeah.
going to do yacht rock songs, and this is one of my favorite genres. And friend of the show, Bruce Blackman.
Who you brought on when we were working for Fox FM. We've had him on a couple times. He even showed up for a live gig.
Yeah, he is Starbuck, basically, which is sort of an original yacht rock sound. In fact, he's been called the godfather of yacht rock. And sometimes he pops in and plays with them because he lives in Alpharetta.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the guy, number 2 hit in 1976. Moonlight Feels Right. This is just a song that just doesn't get old to me. So that's what we'll do for today's track 13. Watch the video, listen to the song, link in the description. It is Starbuck, Moonlight Feels Right on the Come On Show.